Hello students, I welcome you to the third video of Banking Law and Practice. In this third video, we are going to talk about development of banking in India. So, as we know, we were being ruled by the Britishers, and all the major institutions which we have in India were started by the Britishers, such as railways, courts, post and telegraph. And in the same way, even banks were started by the Britishers in pre-independence era. Banking in India is started by two British managing agency houses. Those managing agency houses were Ferguson and Company and Alexander and Company. So these two British companies started banking in India. Banking in India originated in 18th century. And the first bank was the General Bank of India, which was started in the year 1786. Bank of Hindustan was the second bank which started in the year 1790. But both the banks failed. After failure of these two banks, Britishers started three presidency banks in presidency towns. Now what does it mean by presidency? Presidency towns. So during British regime, there were certain towns which have been given the status of presidency. Presidency means executive, or these were the major cities. These cities were Calcutta, Madras and Bombay. So what special features these cities had? So these cities or these towns were the multifunctional towns. They had major ports, warehouses, army camps, educational institutions, libraries, etc. So these major cities, in these three major cities, Britishers started three presidency banks. The first presidency bank was Bank of Bengal, which was started in the year 1839. Then Bank of Bombay, 1840, and Bank of Madras, which was started in the year 1843. Later, these three banks were merged to form Imperial Bank of India in the year 1921. Afterwards, this Imperial Bank of India was transformed into State Bank of India in the year 1955. So these three presidency banks were established by the Britishers, but after the establishment of these banks, there was a demand, or their Swadeshi movement was started in India, and there was a demand from the people in India that the banks should be established entirely with Indian capital, and these banks should be managed by Indian people. They were opposing banks to be started by Britishers or owned by the Britishers or managed by the Britishers, and they demanded that the banks should be started through Indian capital and they should be managed by Indian people only. As per the demand, slowly banks with Indian capital and the banks which had Indian management came into existence. So these are the banks, Indian banks, which started in pre-independence era, and these banks, the first bank which we can call it as a purely Indian bank, which was started through Indian capital. It was owned and managed by Indians. That bank was Oudh Commercial Bank, which came into existence in the year 1881. Then there are certain banks which were started in pre-independence era, and these banks are still working. That is Corporation Bank of India, which was started in the year 1906. This bank, now it has been merged with Union Bank of India. Next is Punjab National Bank, which was founded in the year 1894. One of the founders of this bank was Lala Lajpat Rai. Next is Bank of India. Bank of India is the first bank to open overseas branch. So it had a branch in London in the year 1946, before independence. Then Bank of Baroda and Central Bank of India. So these were the banks which were started in pre-independence era, and still these banks are surviving or have survived. So this was early history of banking in India. In next video we will discuss banking definitions of this and Indian Banking Regulation Act. Thank you.